bonus content, I wanted to talk to you quickly about the idea of rebranding. So, for
Okay.
example, I'm taking my personal brand from Polymath, the acknowledgement from Polymath, that different marketing. You mentioned how you're going with Volt Productions. I just want to get your idea on that.
Yes, of why I'm doing it.
Yes.
So when I first started my agency in 2020, or beginning of 2021, I honestly didn't know what to title it. So I just called it Costantini Productions because I was like, okay, it's just me. I'm doing the production. Like, cool, sounds good. Then I started to build out a team and I was like, okay. And then I started to think about what's the direction that I want like my life to go in, and like how do I want to show up as like a human in business, if you will.
Mhm.
And what I started to realize was that I wanted my clients to have a hub that was solely for them, um, that where I could showcase like all of their shows, all of their work, and all of that stuff like directly on my brand. And then I realized as I started doing more speaking gigs and stuff like that, that I really do have like two split messages. So I have the
Mhm.
podcast production side, and then I have my Happiness Happens brand. But with that, the message behind it is choosing to do your life in a way that feels the best way for you. And that is all still like a work in progress. That whole brand is a whole work in progress. But what I figured was I needed to split off the brands so that the production company could be independent and like live on its own, and that
Mhm.
my Happiness Happens brand could like live on its own, and then I could be like the glue that holds the two of them together.
I love that. And I think that's kind of the same mentality I had. Actually, before I did my personal brand, I had this organization I was trying to develop. And I
Mm.
realized that I could not develop that organization if I wasn't better as a person, just like
Mm-hmm.
improving, learning more. And so
Yeah.
I pivoted towards that personal branding. And that pivot is the key to this like bonus content video, is that that's what we're talking about, that we're pivoting so that way both the personal brand and the business brand could basically, or organization can, grow on its own and develop its own arms and reach out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
I love that. I love that. I'm
thanks for
excited for
taking this
you.
little time. Thank you. And I'm
Of
excited for you
course.
too.
Thanks.